Welcome to Simplify Pharma. To subscribe to my channel to stay updated with the latest videos. In this video, we are going to talk about how the immune system works. Understanding this is very essential to further know how the immune system fights coronavirus. Our immune system has a complex network of specialized cells, tissues, and organs that recognize and defend the body from disease-causing microorganisms like bacteria, virus, parasites, and fungi. Organs and tissues of the immune system include mucous membranes, tonsils, thymus, spleen, skin, bone marrow, and lymphatic vessels. The lymphatic vessels of the immune system, they carry immune cells which converge in lymph nodes found throughout the body. A swollen lymph node often indicates an active immune response to a foreign substance. The immune system is typically divided into two categories: innate and adaptive. Innate is also called as natural or inborn immune response because it is something already present in the body. Inborn means you were born knowing how to do it. For example, how do you know how to breathe? So, breathing is innate, it's something that is inborn. Also, the innate immune response is non specific in nature, means anything that is identified as foreign is a target for immune response. The second subdivision, adaptive, is where the immune system adapts itself to a pathogen. It is also called as acquired because it is acquired during life in response to exposure to a foreign substance. It is not inborn. It is highly specific immune response because it discovers and then uses the characteristics of the pathogen against itself. It is more powerful in destroying the invader than the innate immunity. Innate immunity refers to non-specific defense mechanisms that come into play immediately or within hours of appearance of an antigen in the body. It is body's first natural defense to any foreign particle. It responds quickly between 0 to 12 hours. Whereas adaptive immunity, that is also called as acquired immunity, is a subsystem of the immune system that contains highly specialized systemic cells and processes that kill pathogens and prevent their growth in the body. It responds slowly the first time, takes between 7 days. Let us now have a detailed look into both types of immunity. In innate immunity, the main aim is to prevent organism from entering our body, and if in any case it enters, the immune system kills it. It cannot differentiate between microorganisms. For instance, it doesn't need to know if it's a flu, a cold, or measles. It just knows that it has encountered a problematic virus and it responds. Some of the classic symptoms of innate immunity are fever and inflammation. Innate immunity instructs the body's adaptive immune system to produce antibodies against viruses. Adaptive immunity refers to antigen specific immune response, means very specific detection and elimination of pathogen. The adaptive immune response is more complex than the innate. The antigen first must be processed and recognized. Once an antigen has been recognized, the adaptive immune system creates an army of immune cells called as antibody, specifically designed to attack that antigen. Adaptive immunity also includes a memory that makes future responses against a specific antigen more efficient. This is referred to as acquired immunity. Acquired immunity takes roughly 10 to 14 days to produce these pathogen specific antibodies and cells the first time it encounters a pathogen. Later, if the immune system encounters this particular pathogen, it can respond much faster to prevent infection taking hold again. But acquired immunity depends upon the innate immune system for the information that it needs to start this process. So in previous slide we saw that innate immunity is a person's inborn defense against pathogens that instruct the body's adaptive immune system to produce antibodies against viruses. Those antibody responses can be later used for developing vaccination approaches. The immune system is comprised of many specialized cell types, all of which work together to keep our body healthy. All immune cells develop from a single pluripotent cell in the bone marrow, the hematopoietic stem cell. Hematopoietic stem cells give rise to lymphoid and myeloid progenitors, each of which differentiates into a range of immune cell types. The lymphoid progenitor differentiates into 3 cell classes. Upon activation, mature B cells differentiate into memory B cells and plasma cells. The plasma cells are the immune cells that are responsible for secreting antibodies, an important component of adaptive immunity. Natural killer cells are cytotoxic cells of the innate immune system. They detect the virus infected cells and kill them. T cells arise from a common progenitor. There are many types of mature T cells, but we will discuss memory T cells, cytotoxic T cell, and helper T cells. Like memory B cells, a fraction of mature T cells remain in the body as memory T cells to help the body mount a faster immune response in future infections. Cytotoxic T cells recognize antigen on infected cells and kill them in a pathogen specific manner. Lastly, upon activation by specialized cells in the body, helper T cells secrete cytokines that boost the adaptive immune response. For example, the helper T cells play an important role in B cell activation. Now let us take a look at the myeloid lineage. The myeloid lineage produces most cells of the innate immune system as well as important antigen presenting cells that prime the adaptive immune response. The antigen presenting cells, they activate the adaptive immune response. So the myeloid progenitor gives rise to neutrophils, which are innate immune cells that specialize in the capture and killing of microorganisms throughout the body. Eosinophils, which are a type of granulocyte that releases cytokines to defend against parasites and monocytes, which further differentiate into dendritic cells and macrophage. Dendritic cells are a specialized type of phagocytic cell that bridges innate and adaptive immunity. Macrophages are tissue resident phagocytic cells. They patrol the body and assist in cleaning up infection and activating other immune cells. Other cells that arise from the myeloid progenitor include mast cells, another type of granulocyte that are implicated in allergy, as well as basophils, which are less well understood cell type that is involved in the immune response to parasites. There are different types of immune cells in our body. The dendritic cells, they are the greeters of the immune system and among the first cells that microbe will encounter. They are located in skin, gut and lungs, anywhere that we interface with the outer world. They are also located in the concentrations of lymphoid tissues such as in bronchi and gut. Dendritic cells, they greet what comes by, sample the newcomer, and then communicate to the rest of the immune system what the microbe is. If it's a problematic microbe, the dendritic cells signal to the rest of the innate immune system to start preventing the microbe from spreading. Otherwise, they signal to let it be. Our immune system, once it determines that an organism is problematic, it has two major strategies to respond. That is innate immunity, and the second strategy is the adaptive immunity. As the dendritic cells and other first line response cells start to engage with a virus or bacteria, they send information to other cells, such as B cells and T cells, alerting them that there is a problematic microbe. The information includes how to respond in more specific way, making antibodies by the B cells and activating T cells to respond to a particular pathogen. Basophils, eosinophils, neutrophils, mast cells, natural killer cells, macrophages and dendritic cells, they form innate immunity. They provide the first line of defense against bacteria, viruses and cancer. Whereas the adaptive immune system refers to an antigen-specific defense mechanism that takes several days to develop but provides long-lasting protection. The adaptive immune system includes the B cell mediated humoral immunity and the T cell mediated cellular immunity, both of which are directed towards a specific antigen. This we will discuss in detail in our next lecture. Macrophages and dendritic cells, they are unique subsets that have both innate and adaptive immune cell traits. As professional antigen presenting cells, macrophages and dendritic cells are critical in the activation of adaptive immunity by presenting the antigens to antigen specific B and T cells. This is how our body recovers from a disease. The innate immunity, that is the first line of defense, it refers to non-specific defense mechanism which follows immediately or within hours of an antigen's appearance in the body. The innate immune response, that is activated by chemical properties of the antigen. The adaptive immune response, that is the second line of defense, is more complex than the innate immune response. In this case, the antigen must first be processed and recognized. Once an antigen has been recognized, the adaptive immune system creates an army of immune cells specifically designed to attack that antigen. Adaptive immunity also includes a memory that makes future responses against a specific antigen more efficient. In our next video, we will discuss about humoral and cellular immunity in detail. If you like the video, do share, like and subscribe. Thank you.